Thomas. How are you?
I am good. I'm a little bit late with all the schedules, so I'm doing this from my car.
All
But the
right.
car, I'm not moving, so this is completely legal. No laws have been broken. So,
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Thomas, how was your day so far?
uh, being busy times since the mid of summer. I've been overwhelmed by the interest of the media for the new album. I always done a lot of interviews for each album, but this is something completely different. So
Wonderful.
busy but happy.
Wonderful, wonderful, Thomas. So, Thomas, your seventh full-length album, Draconian Darkness, is to be out on September 6th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Well, the songwriting was pretty much similar that we have in all of our albums. I write like 99% of the material, and I work the pre-production by myself, and then I send the basically ready songs for the guys, and they pick up their own stuff, and then we just meet at the studio. But I think on this album, it was I was waiting for the approval from the label and the management to get to studio. So I was basically like this sprinter runner, just waiting for the markman to shoot the gun so I can start getting the things done. So I was very anxious and excited to actually get to start working with the album because the songwriting was so super easy and fast. So I think this was more exciting to write this one than the previous one, especially when there was the new label in the talks.
Yeah.
So that kind of like that these kind of like big changes behind the band also gives a different energy because there's something completely new and exciting happening around the band. So yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Does Draconian Darkness has some kind of concept or a theme behind it?
Yes, it has. It's connected to our previous album, King of the North. That was a concept album about the Finnish mythology, and it was about the historical times when Nordic people were living in perfect harmony with the nature, and we worship bears and wolves and other beings of the nature, and we were praying for the rain and the sun so we could feed our villages and families. So it was like that was the time when human beings were part of the nature and we knew our part in the hierarchy of nature. But this new album, Draconian Darkness, is about this what happens when we abandon that respect towards nature. Like modern human being, we just kill and burn and take what we want and give nothing back to the world or the earth. And yeah, it's not about this particular moment. It's been going on for hundreds of years since the industrial era started with the mankind. And clearly everybody can see the pattern that it will go on and it will get worse within time. So that's the Draconian Darkness is the legacy that we will leave to the world.
Fantastic. And speaking on the album, 9 mind-blowing songs, beautifully written, great musicianship, an amazing melodic death metal album again from you guys. So each and every song is beautifully done. I enjoyed each and every song from this album. I want to thank you guys so much for putting up this awesome album this year. And as a band, as a creator, how do you guys feel about the outcome of this new album?
We are super happy. Like it was exceptionally good and easy process, the whole writing and the recordings and the post-production and with the video. So it's been like we had some hard times during the COVID, and that was the time when we recorded and mixed the King of the North. And the previous album, Wolves of Karelia, came out right when the pandemic started. So both two albums were just basically filled of stress and uncertainty and a lot of negative feelings. And with this album, like I could feel from the very beginning that like this completely different mood inside the band also. So it's not always just even if the music is good, but your memories of the production of the album are not that positive. That will attach to the music itself. Like you remember the album as one of the albums that brought more negativity to your life than positivity, even though the music is good. But on this time, both the music and the whole process of actually making the music is one of the highlights of the band.
Beautiful, beautiful. And any big plans on the day of the release?
Yeah, right on the release date, we're gonna start the Finnish tour. That's gonna be September and part of November. October and November, we're gonna do the European tour with Dark Tranquility and Moonspell. We are very close of confirming and announcing the North American tour for beginning of next year, and then we're gonna do during next year at least one more European tour, one more North American tour. Festivals in the summer, hopefully go back to Australia, where we toured the first time this year. So looks like it's gonna be record-breaking busy times.
Fantastic. And 2 months back, you released an amazing video for the song Grave. I totally enjoyed the video, and the work behind the videography was totally mind-blowing. Great work on that video. Would you like to tell me a bit on the making of this video for Grave?
There's actually, it's part of 3 music videos that we went to Iceland to shoot. We spent there almost a week, just traveling around the countryside and finding cool location and shooting footage for 3 videos. And that was by far the easiest of all the videos we did, because that was actually like, you don't get good weather usually in Iceland. So that was even almost like a problem, because it was too sunny and too nice. So like we had to wait for like several hours at one part to get some clouds to the sky, because it was too nice and warm and beautiful looking. So that was the easiest video to shoot of all of them. The 2 other ones that you're gonna see later, the other one is gonna come out in 2 weeks, and the third one is gonna come out in like few weeks after the release, I think. And those were a different story. Those were horrible to make when it comes to the weather and the wind and the cold. But Grave, that was surprisingly pleasant.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Wolfheart was formed in 2012 by you, and now 2024, you are with 7 full-length albums. So how do you feel about the road that you have traveled so far?
It feels weird. Like, it doesn't feel like that many things has happened, especially now that I'm still like fully focused on this album. It's not even out yet, so I don't like really see the time before, or now it's a little bit difficult for me to see the future and think about the touring, because every day I come back to the album and the promo and the social media interviews. So I guess as a songwriter, I'm also like very much stuck in this current moment with the new album still. So when somebody tells me like, this is 7th album, or you've been around for 11 years, it feels surreal. Like, it cannot be that much. It cannot be that long. We just started a few years ago, and but yeah, it's I think it's a good sign. When you are having good time goes fast.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Tuomas, finally, any message that you have for the Wolfheart fans around the world?
Well, we're gonna do our best to get to play for each one of you this or the next year.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Tuomas, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to speak on the new upcoming album on September 6th, Draconian Darkness. Like I said earlier, fantastic album from you guys, totally loving it. And thank you so much for the musical awesomeness that you guys have been giving us to the metal fraternity around the world. Thank you so much for that. And I wish you all the best, and really hoping to see you guys on the road real soon.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Thank you. Take care and have a great evening out there. Bye-bye.